Afternoon students, will start with unit 2 chapter 5, that is introduction to MS Office. So now today from this chapter you will have everything which is related to graphic and applications of Microsoft Office, the functions, the specifications, the features, what is it giving, all those things will be there from this unit. So basically MS Office is altogether a package wherein you have n number of variations for doing your work. That is, you have Microsoft Word, you have Microsoft Excel, you have Microsoft PowerPoint, you have Microsoft, many related versions or variations, we can say flavors of Microsoft in a total package called as Microsoft Office. So basically now this chapter is only about Microsoft Office, what variation it is giving you, what functions it is giving you, and other than that all the applications further we'll learn in the further chapters, not in this chapter. So the functions, I'll just go through the topics which are covered under this chapter, that is new features of MS Office. So why MS Office 2007, we are working on current 2007. This chapter is about Microsoft Office 2007 and it has somewhere compared the previous versions and the future versions also, but 2007 is the base for this chapter. And the Microsoft Office button, the quick access toolbar, the ribbon, the mini toolbar, pre-formatted elements, saving a Word document in open previous version, and then opening a Word document in previous version of Word, then supporting utilities, screensavers are the topics of this chapter. So basically we'll start the very first topic, that is the new features of MS Office 2007. So when we talk about the new features of MS Office 2007, the first thing or the first graphic on which my eye points is this first button, that is called as the Microsoft Office button. So this is the very first thing which is being newly arrived as a feature of MS Office 2007 is Microsoft Office button. So what does this button give you? This button gives you all these related features for working, that is new, open, save, save as, print, prepare, send, publish, close. So these are the all functions or all, we can say, similarities of opening or accessing the files. So we'll go with one and each. New is to new or open a new document. Then second one is open a existing document, means suppose you have worked prior and you had that file, now you want to open that particular file only, you can go with open. If you want to save your file, you can go with save. If you want to save as means normally you have saved already that file, but now you want to create a separate file of different work you have done, so you can go with another copy with save as. Print is to print the document. Prepare is to make a formatting in that particular office, Microsoft Office Word. Send is if you want to attach it as a mail, if you want to share it on the drive, so sending is that option. Then publish means you want to export it to another format in an encrypted way, you can go for publish or you can go for Google formatting also. And close is to close that particular document and open the new document. So all those functions are there in this Microsoft Office button. Next is the quick access toolbar. So now what is quick access toolbar? I'll just rectify what is quick access toolbar. These options which you can see beside your Microsoft Office button are your quick access toolbar. Now when you click on this arrow, the quick access toolbar options jot down, that is they are formatted down or they are scrolled down as a list. So it's on you that what access toolbar tool you want on that, what tools you want. So basically normal quick access toolbar has a save button, then this is the save button, redo and undo and redo, that is the last undo option, the last option, and The last undo option is done by redo. So all those things are there in redo and undo. So the quick access toolbar by default is located to the right of the Microsoft Office button. So the right of the Microsoft Office button is the quick access toolbar in the upper left corner of the window. So this particular thing is at the, so I have cropped this particular thing. This whole screen, on the whole screen of the computer, this will be located on the upper left corner of the screen. And the quick access toolbar contains shortcuts for save, undo, repeat means redo. However, the toolbar can be customized to meet one's preferences. So as I said, you can go with your wish of tools, whichever you want to go with the quick access toolbar. So adding buttons to the quick access toolbar, how can you go with the quick access toolbar buttons if you want to add some more into it? So click on the drop down arrow at the end of the quick access toolbar. So once you click on this end arrow of the quick access toolbar, what will happen is choose of the items in the list. So there are many in the list, you can just click on whichever you want. To see more options, click on more commands. So down there will be one option that is more commands. You can click on that more commands and just select whichever you want on the quick access toolbar. Or the second option for adding the tools is just right click on command button located on the ribbon and choose add to quick access toolbar. So there this home, insert, these are the tabs. Which under these tabs, whichever tool you wish that this should be there in the quick access toolbar, just go on that tool, right click on that tool, and there will be option that add to the quick access toolbar. Just select that add to the quick access and that tool will be added here. So this is one option. Next is changing the order of buttons on the quick access toolbar. Suppose this is the order, that is save, undo, redo. I want another that is print, I want another that is formatting. So all these tools are there. Suppose I want to rearrange them, I do not want them in these order, I want to rearrange these orders. So what I can do is click on the drop down arrow. Now this arrow you will click. After that arrow, when you have clicked, choose more commands. When you click on more commands, in the window on the right click of the button that needs to be moved, click on move up or move down arrows. So once you go on that tool on the more commands, just click on that tool and click right click, and you will have an option called as move up or move down arrow, and you just have to go arrange those tools and then click on OK when finished. This will allow you to go to rearrange those things on your quick access toolbar. Then after this, the next topic which you have is your ribbon. So the upper total horizontal line, this horizontal line is called as the ribbon in the Microsoft Office application. So what does a ribbon has? A ribbon has, first is the tabs. Can you see this? Home, insert, design, animation, slideshow, review and view. These are the tabs which are there on the ribbon. So they are the main functional tabs through which you can work on your Microsoft Office application. So every Microsoft Office application will have this ribbon altogether. Then actually your ribbon is divided into three sections. The first one is the tab. Second is group. Now what does group means? Group can be hidden. To group, double click on the tabs. Now there are groups means what? When you want to add n number of people, so you can go with double clicking on the tabs so that you can add the groups. Then next is command. A command is a button or a box to enter information or menu. So command is next, that you can add information to your particular button. That is the reason command. So commands are all these things which you have on the before the clipboard. Those are the commands in the home option. A ribbon can be hidden. Now it's not necessary all time you have this ribbon. It's totally depends on the user choice that you want the ribbon or you do not want the ribbon. So basically you can hide the ribbon, and if you want you can minimize the ribbon as well. So whenever you need it, you just click on the maximize and just ribbon gets open. Once your task is done, it scrolls up on the screen and it's disabled. So how to do that? Click on the down arrow at the end of the quick access toolbar. Choose minimize the ribbon option. So minimize the ribbon option is there after this arrow. Once you click on this arrow and you click on minimize the ribbon option, the ribbon gets minimized. Double click on the active tab of the ribbon. So once you choose that and just come and double click here and your ribbon gets minimized. Then if you want again the ribbon as same as you want, you have to repeat those options and double click, the ribbon gets. So it's a vice versa to and fro process. So the next is the mini toolbar. The next feature of this chapter is the mini toolbar. So it's basically, if you can see here, so there are many mini toolbars. That is the font, then you have paragraph, then you have drawing. So these are the mini toolbars which we can see. Then there is slides, then there is clipboard. So there are many. So what does your mini toolbar have? Mini toolbar have the functions of the functions which we want as from our side on that toolbar. So it's not compulsory. I just feel like to have only mini toolbar for font. I can have mini toolbar for printing. I can have mini toolbar for drawing. I can have mini toolbar for inserting shapes. So this is altogether their wish, depending on which tab I want. So it's just in the home tab. We are on the home tab. We can go with insert tab. We can go with formatting tab, drawing, review, view, everything. So mini toolbar has shortcuts for formatting text. So shortcuts will be there for formatting, that is your font style, font size, font increasing with the just click. Then you have formatting, bold, italic, underline, strike through, small. Then variation, that is in variation, that is small to large, large to small. Then you have text formatting, then you have color for the text, erasing of the text. So this basically is formatting a particular thing in the Microsoft application. You have mini toolbars for shortcut access. So mini toolbar is a popular category. Then viewing the toolbar is possible. Any toolbar can be shown just with a dialog box by just clicking on the zoom option. Then you have pre-formatted elements. The next topic is pre-formatted elements. What are the pre-formatted elements? That is, once before you start a formatting in your document, you can just click on the pre-formatted elements. You can just save, and that full formatting gets applied to your whole document, whole you can say application which you are using. That is pages. Suppose I want 10 pages. Priorly, before starting the document, I have decided that I want 10 pages in my document. I will just add 10 pages to my document. I will add some shapes in my document. If I want a header and footer, I will add that header and footer. If I want text box in a particular page, I will add that text box and I will save. Once I have saved, that format remains consistent over the whole document which I am formatting. And with that whole document, what I can do is I can go for proper formatting or adding on the topics which I want. So basically it's a one-time application processing. So pre-formatted element depends on that. So pre-formatting means prior formatting of elements on the basis of your document which or application which you are using. Next is live preview. Live preview is like a picture formatting. Once you want to view your document, you can go for live preview. By pointing to various formatting choices, you can instantly see how those choices will appear on selected text and objects. Yes, if you want your text to be in red color, you just go on the mini toolbar, just open that color formatting option and just click on the just go and just scroll or point your device to the red color. You will see, you will visualize that how your text looks. Just that is just in a blink. You don't have to go and just, if you click on that, then only that color becomes red for the text. Otherwise it will just show you or visualize how your text can be seen through that live preview option. So that is depends on the live preview function which you are performing. If you are going for printing a document, print preview option is there. If you are formatting, it's a formatting preview document. So that is a live preview option. The next topic of this chapter is saving. So how to save a document? So that's general agenda, how to save a document. So to generally save a document, you have to click on the Microsoft Office button. There is an option called as save as. So save as is the second step. If you are saving a new document, you have to save it with save option. If you are saving it for the second time or more times once created, you can go with save as option. So check the name of the document and make changes as needed. So whatever you wish to give name to your document, you can go with the name that you feel, but with a proper extension, that is a file type. Once you click on that save dialog box, a save dialog box open, and the second text box which is there in the save dialog box is file type. Means whether you want to convert that file type to a PDF, whether you want to create that as a doc, whether you want to convert it with XML, or you can go with another file formatting options depending on what extensions you are giving. Check to see where the document is being saved. Now it totally depends on the user that where he or she wants to save the document. It can be by default in the My Documents folder under your My Desktop. It can be in your specific folder which you have created. So path specification is being given by the user itself, and then just on one button, that is the save button, once you click, your document gets saved. So if you want to save, that second opinion or second thing which comes in the mind is, if I want to save it with a previous version, I do not wish to go with the 2007 version, I wish to save it with the 2003 version, that is also possible. When you click on save as, you click the save as type box or file type as Microsoft Office Word 2003 version, and then that version your file will be converted, and click on save. So once you open that file again, if you open that file and see on the title bar, beside the name of your file there will be, with a hyphen, it will be written as compatibility mode. Means what? Your file is being saved with a converted compatibility format which your system is accessible, but your file which you have saved is not currently in usage. So that is a compatibility mode. Next is opening a Word document in a previous version of Word. Suppose every time when I open, I do not want it in 2007, I want it in a previous version. So either you can go with a converter application that is converts into a previous version, or if not, you can go with the compatibility mode from the title bar. Just right click, go with the compatibility mode, and open your Word document or whichever application document into a compatibility previous version. So this is which is the last topic which we have covered, and we have covered with chapter 5 today. Tomorrow we'll be going with Microsoft Word. So with this, tomorrow I'll be providing you with the assignment of chapter 5 as well. Thank you.